Hi, and welcome to the 5th game in the loser bracket final between Chesscitten and Insecure Heffalump in Heteroskedastics Cannon Brawl tournament. The map for this match is the Valley, and I am Chesscitten to the left on the screen. I will be playing Balloon, Mine, Cannon, Shield Tower and Demolisher. This is my standard build on this map, which has proven quite effective. As you might have noticed, I'm playing King. I have spent the previous 4 games, or 3 games on YouTube, telling how Mignonette is much better than King. So why am I playing King on this map? Well, it's out of habit. I've always played King on this map. I know the flow of the game playing King, so I play it out of habit because I'm used to it, which has its merits, but I'm trying to see if Mignonette is good on this map as well. But for this tournament game, when I have a lead, I just want to be able to play my flow, be able to know what I'm doing, so I'm playing what I'm used to. This game lasted over 10 minutes, which means my recording software shut down itself after 10 minutes, which means it had to be started again. So there'll be a little gap, or maybe 10 seconds, that you will notice towards the end of the game. So let's start the game and see if I will end the series here and now, or if there will be another game. And here we go. We are both playing King. Well, Heffalump has been playing King every game, so no big surprise there. We both do Mine, and the Balloon in the same spot, which is quite standard. And then we both do Mine down there. Heffalump seemed a bit stressed because he selected Balloon twice before actually managing to select the Mine. And then we both pull Balloon at the same place, which is quite standard at high level play. While I go Cannon, he do Ice Tower. And you might notice I'm not opening the Mine here. Why? Well, his Ice Tower is blocking the Mine, so it's no idea opening it until I kill his Ice Towers. And the faster I kill his Ice Towers, the fewer shots he will be able to fire with. So I should start with killing the Ice Tower and not open the Mine. And we both block shots. This is why I play King on this map, because I'm used to the flow of blocking a shot and having a shot blocked, and therefore it's what I'm used to. And while I build a shield in the middle ground, he moves forward in the bottom and builds an Ice Tower. You might think, well, now he is much closer to me than I am to him, but the problem is it's very hard to attack upwards from that position, meaning that I will have a lot easier time defending it from my higher position than he will have with attacking. Therefore, it's not important to contest the lower ground. But he has a diamond mine that I don't have. Well, yeah, that's not ultimate, but hopefully I'll be able to take the middle one. That's why I built 2 Demolishers top. I can use those Demolishers to kill his Ice Towers. At the moment I was using it to his top ledge. You have to choose. The good thing with Demolishers on this map is that you can choose which way you fire them. There are very many Demolisher positions where you'll be able to fire halfways, which makes Demolishers quite strong. And he keeps pushing bot. He has upgraded one Ice Tower and built a new one. And at this point I'm feeling like, okay, he's starting to put some pressure on me. It's not feeling very well. But I'm not giving up, because, as I said, it's harder to fight from below than it is to defend from above. But at this point I'm starting to lose in Demolishers, and that never feels good. And normally, when he goes so heavy below, I should have been able to kill middle and start pushing him middle. But I have not been able to do this game, much because I have built and concentrated a lot to defend the bottom, but also because he plays a shield in a way that makes me have to spend Demolisher shots to kill his shields. And now I'm finally building a shield, because my Demolishers are dying, so I want to try something else than Demolishers. So instead I built a shield to see if it will work, and another one. And I figured that this might work because he's not Mignonette. He can't freeze my shields. He needs to waste a shot killing the shields. That's also why I have a problem in middle, because I'm not Mignonette. I think we both could have benefited heavily from being Mignonette in this game, because it's so hard to stop attacks with Mignonette, because he can just keep freezing your shields, meaning that the one on offense will have an advantage over the one on defense. But if you both are Mignonette want to be equal, well, only one player can and most can be on the defense, meaning that only one player will have this advantage. Even if both have mignonette and both can freeze shields, most often one player will be further towards the other, and that player will always have more use of mignonette. And as you can see, I am starting to kill him, but he only has 2 ice towers left, they are badly damaged. My shield is keeping his shots away. If he had been mignonette, he would have been able to freeze both those shields with one freeze, pretty much making my shield almost worthless. But freeze towers are not good against shields. Okay, when they hit a shield and a building is close enough, it freezes the building, but it doesn't do any damage. And since the freeze tower's damage is so low to begin with, they need to do all the damage they can do. Don't take this game to believe that freeze towers are underpowered. They are in fact quite strong on very many maps, because even though they do low damage on their target, they have a quite large area of effect damage, which makes them do a hell of a lot of damage, if I may say so, in certain situations. And this claim that Frost Tower might be imbalanced and overpowered, it's something I fully intend to experiment with and find out, because this is something I've noticed lately. I've lost a lot against Heteroskedastic when he used Frost Towers, and felt like there's nothing I could have done. This mainly happens on maps where there is one main path, where Frost Towers can be used to hit 3 buildings next to each other, and freeze them. Both do lots of damage with area of effect, and stop them from shooting for a while. So, on maps like this one, they are not so effective, because they are like 2.5 paths, my way of counting, that you can attack. And Frost Towers are, as I said, very good when there's a single path, where they can hit all the front buildings, and so for freeze everything. Frost Towers are not very good at killing ground either, and killing buildings fast. So, building buildings up on ledges is not dangerous against Frost Towers, not in the same way it would be against, well, especially drills, but also other buildings. The only building worse at killing dirt is the Demolisher, but not killing dirt at all. But the Demolisher does more damage than the Freeze Tower. And if aimed correctly, they can also do area effect damage. But they are a bit harder to aim, because they have to hit in between buildings to do area of effect damage. Frost Towers do AoE, even if they hit at the beginning of the first building. Well, if we go back to look at the game, at this point I got quite an advantage. I pretty much got a free path middle, and my Demolishers are starting to go towards the HQ. And I'm getting further and further in bottom. It has been going forth and back. I've lost building and killed buildings in him. So it's been quite equal in bottom. But on the other hand, I've been pushing middle, so I have taken an advantage. This forth and back is what made this game so long. And since if he loses this game, he'll lose the tournament match, he doesn't really want to give up, even though he can see that I have a much better income than me right now. And he is losing quite rapidly, but playing in the last game like this, well, you drag it on as long as possible, and there's a faint chance that you might actually win. Maybe I screw up, who knows? And another point of notice is that I have never taken the middle diamond. I have so far never had a diamond mine. He actually had a period with better economics than me, showing the power of Demolishers on this map. The best way to combat Demolishers is to use drills, or possibly missile turrets and kill the ground. Make it so that there is only one path, and even better, make holes in the ground that the bombs can reach. If the game goes long enough, and you play Demolishers against a drill player, especially, but maybe even a missile player, Demolishers will become worse and worse when the ground is away. So, when you play a play like Heteroskedastic, I play a play like Heteroskedastic, and I play this game, which I do, and play drills, it's pretty much a time race. If he gets up too many drills from high level before I can kill him, then I pretty much lose, because too much ground gets away. My Demolishers can't reach him, and his drills can reach me. Oh, at this point not much is happening. I'm firing a lot of Demolishers. Upgrading, and these guys will just arrive, build more and more ice towers. He doesn't really rebuild many mines, but he doesn't really have resources or time to do such things. And he managed to get up some ice towers. It's quite wary to pressure up the demolishes. It requires quite many actions. And his shield has also proven effective. And one downside of demolish is I can't really snipe his HQ. I have to attack the front of the line. I have to kill the building, and as long as he can keep building buildings, well, I won't advance very far. At this point in the game, it's not very fun. I know I'm winning, he knows I'm winning. It's just we play a tourney. Can't give up until the time is that, but he do want to win this. Another fun fact is that he has ice towers up on small islands, and demolishes walks can't hit them. I thought that was funny when I played the game. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't really do anything. Since I'm getting further and further ahead, I will be able to start hitting its HQ. And there the game jumped. What happened was, I had said to my software that when the recording ends in 10 minute limits, start a new recording. But the software didn't want to do that, because I had a free version. And it wanted to tell me that, so minimize my game. So making me have to take up my game again. Minimize the desktop, I mean, and I have to take it up again and press the button for the recording. That's why it jumped a bit, and that's why I stood still a little bit too. But since I had such a good advantage, it didn't really matter. It would have been a lot worse if an even game at 10 minutes and I suddenly dropped for like 30 seconds. Whatever it took, 20 seconds maybe. That would not be good. And there is Rendish. Very low HQ and bombs on the way. I would have won very shortly after that. So, I won this match 4-1, meaning I won the entire match. Which is nice, and I'm now going to have to face Heteroskedastic in the grand final. Sure, it's going to be fun playing against him, but it's pretty much going to be 4-0 to him again. Okay, should not say like that. I always have a chance. I have defeated him, but he's the best player there is. Hopefully, he will have a bad day when he plays me. But the problem is he probably won't agree playing me if he knows he'll have a bad day. He'll want to wait a bit. And we both have to agree which day we're going to play. So, well, I probably will play him on a good day, and, well, last time that happened was in the winner bracket final, and I lost 0-4. But it was interesting games, and it's always interesting to play against a good player. I learn a lot, see a lot, and so on. So it'll be interesting games, and I will upload those to YouTube as well, and I won't delete one of the games that time around, hopefully. So stay tuned.